Dear students, good morning to everyone. I am KRISHNA PANDEY from KV number 3 SAGAR. Today we have this class for English. In this class, we shall discuss a very important topic of English language. This is a picture on your screen. You find a thermometer on your screen. How we read the thermometers, either in degree Celsius or in degree Fahrenheit. There are other meters also. We are discussing, not discussing science here. Okay, so we read them in degrees. If the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius or it is 15 degree Fahrenheit or whatever, we have different measurement system for the quantity of heat present somewhere. If it is atmosphere, then it is the temperature of the atmosphere, temperature of water, temperature of ice. There is temperature of everything, and for measuring that we use generally degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. Okay, dear students, so I hope you are about to understand the topic that we are going to discuss today. Do you? Yes, it is degree. DEGREE. It is degree. All right. Okay, let's move further. First of all, let's know the meaning of the word degree in a dictionary. First of all, what is a dictionary? Dictionary is a measurement of temperature. There are different meanings of it. First meaning is measurement of temperature. We have already discussed. Like water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, right? We write it this way. Number 2, a measurement of angles in mathematics. A 45 degree angle. So here degree is used for measurement of angles. An angle of 90 degree is called a right angle. So this is the mathematical definition of the word degree. Okay, let's move further and find other meanings of this word. The third, and that is we are going to discuss today, is this meaning. What is this? It is used for feelings or qualities for what? A certain amount of level. What level of a quality or what level of a feeling we are discussing, to show that amount, to show that level of a certain quality of anything or certain emotion of something, we use the word degree. All right, so this sense of this word, this meaning of this word, we shall discuss in terms of English language. All right, dear students. So this is going to be the meaning that we have to discuss today, and we have to learn the word degree. Okay, so there is always a degree of risk involved in mountaineering. Degree of risk. Not it's 100%, somewhere it is 50% risk, somewhere there is 30% risk, somewhere is 90% risk. Okay, so there is a degree of risk. How much quantity? All right, remember the level, the amount. How much amount of degree is there? Remember this thing. Okay, there is one more meaning. All of you study for this too. You are doing all sort of study for achieving some degrees. an official document gained by successfully completing a course at a university or college. When you complete a course at a university or a college, you receive a degree. Okay? Suppose you have completed your BA, so you have a Bachelor's of Arts degree. Okay? And here is a sentence. She has got a degree in philosophy. That means she has studied philosophy for a while, for some time in the university or a college. All right. Okay, dear students. So our focus is going to be the amount or level of inequality in a certain thing. All right. Okay, let's move. You can look at it. If we say fatness, if there is something called fatness, motapa, okay? If somebody is fat, then there may be somebody who has more fatness, who has much amount or more amount of fatness. Then what to call that person? Fatter. And if there is a person who has got the most amount of fatness in himself, the most level, the fatness of that person has reached the highest level of impossibilities, that is the fattest. The word is used, fattest. So this cat is fat, this cat is fatter than this cat, and this cat is fattest of the three cats. Understand it? Okay. So you understand it? Let's move to the next slide. Here is a word, tall. Suppose somebody is tall. Your many friends or maybe yourself are tall. So somebody is tall. So remember the level, okay? The level or the amount, okay? The amount of tallness, the level of tallness, okay? Somebody is tall and his friend has more amount or more level of tallness. Then this is change of degree. Somebody has less quantity and other one has more quantity of the same thing. So the tallness has, when tallness has more quantity of it, somebody has more quantity of tallness, then we have to call him taller. Okay? And when somebody has the highest possibility or the highest quantity or the highest amount or the highest level of tallness, then he is tallest. The word we have to use for him is tallest. So when somebody is tall, we say tall. Okay? He is a tall boy. Oh, you find another boy who has more amount of tallness and he looks taller. So taller is used for the comparison of two people, two persons. All right? Somebody is taller. Somebody is taller to someone else, or something is taller than something else. All right, dear students? So you understand the meaning of the word, okay? It is not just memorizing the things that this is degree. We have to understand. And then the third one is tallest. So he is the tallest guy of all the three. If we compare all of them, then he is the tallest one. Or you may have a question that if there were many guys of different heights. Okay, then who is the tallest? So somebody who has got the highest level of tallness, he is the tallest person. Okay, you understand it? Thank you. Let's move to the theoretical part of it. I hope you could understand it. So here is a theoretical part. In grammar, what do we read, what do we study? So here we are going to discuss adjectives, degree of comparison. We would also refer to adverb degree. This comparison of it is not only for adjectives, it is also for adverbs. We'll discuss a little part of the video. Okay, so adjective change in form when they show comparison. All right. So what is meant by change in form? It is we have seen tall, taller, tallest. You've seen it. Okay. So positive degree. What is positive degree? This is the term. This is the definition word that we have to use. Positive degree. What is positive degree? An adjective or adverb, okay, is said to be in the positive degree when there is no comparison. It is the absolute form. It is the absolute form of that word we generally use. It is not used for comparison. All right. So that is positive degree. What is the positive degree here? Tall. The basic word. We do not have any inflections to this word. This word is called positive degree. Tall, cold, hot, cool, smart, small. Okay, these words are in positive degree. And what is comparative degree? A comparative degree is used to compare two nouns or pronouns. Okay, an adjective is said to be in comparative degree when it is used to compare two nouns or pronouns. We have seen in the beginning of the video when we have to compare two things, so we have to use the second inflection of that word, that is called comparative degree. When we have to compare, so we use comparative degree. All right. And here is the last one, the last term. The third is superlative degree. What is a superlative degree? An adjective is in superlative degree when it is used to compare more than two nouns or pronouns. Okay, so there is a form of the same word that is used to compare more than two nouns or pronouns. And the important thing here is we use article the when we use superlative degree. All right. So what is that word? The superlative form of every adjective or adverb, that is the word tall. So we had the tallest. Okay. When we have to compare more than two nouns or pronouns. All right, dear students. Thank you very much. Let's move ahead. Okay. So here are some rules we are going to discuss. How to make the different forms of that particular word, of any particular word that is in positive degree. So there are some or certain rules that we have to follow. And I hope all of you have heard and read about them. So first of all, we discuss this rule. The first one is by adding ER or EST to the positive degree. All right. We add ER to make comparative degree, then we use EST to make the superlative degree or superlative form of that word. So the first word is bright. We use ER, becomes brighter. We use EST, it becomes brightest. Then black, blacker, blackest. Bold, bolder, boldest. Clever, cleverer, cleverest. Cold, colder, coldest. Fast, faster, fastest. Great, greater, greatest. High, higher, highest. Kind, kinder, kindest. Long, longer, longest. Rich, richer, richest. Small, smaller, smallest. Strong, stronger, strongest. Sweet, sweeter, sweetest. Tall, taller, tallest. Thick, thicker, thickest. Young, younger, youngest. Okay, so the positive form of the word, then we add ER to the positive form of the word, it becomes comparative. Then we use EST, we add EST to the positive form of the word, it becomes superlative form of that word. Alright, okay dear students, let's move to the next rule of the degrees. It is about adding R or ST to the positive degree. So why R or ST? Because you can see there is already E at the last of these words. So when there is E at the last of any adjective or adverb, you can use only R or ST to make its comparative and superlative forms respectively. So brave, there is E at last, so we add only R, it becomes braver. Then we use only ST, it becomes bravest. Fine, finer, finest. Large, larger, largest. Nice, nicer, nicest. Noble, nobler, noblest. Pale, paler, palest. Simple, simpler, simplest. Wise, wiser, wisest. White, whiter, whitest. Okay, dear students, let's continue to the next slide for some more rules. Rule number 3. When the positive ends in Y and has a consonant before it, remember it, when there is by at the end, okay, and there is consonant before it, we change Y to I. We change Y to I and then add ER and EST. Alright? See, costly. The positive form of this adjective is costly. There is Y at the last and L. L is a consonant. Right? So we change Y into I. We change Y into I. Then add ER. It becomes costlier. Here to make the superlative form of it, we add EST but change Y to I. And when we have to do it? When there is a consonant before by. Okay? If there is no consonant, we have not to do this. Alright? Okay, so be cautious with it. Dry, drier, driest. Easy, easier, easiest. Happy, happier, happiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Lazy, lazier, laziest. This is, this is spelling mistake is here. It should be Z. Mercy, mercier, merciest. Wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest. Okay, dear students, I hope you are getting it. Let's move to the next slide. Yeah, it's rule number 4. When the positive degree ends in a consonant with a vowel before it, we double the consonant and then add ER and EST. So what is the rule? Understand it well. When there is a consonant at the end, okay, and with a vowel before it, last is consonant and before that is a vowel, then consonant, last two letters should be like a vowel, then a consonant. Alright? At that time, what we have to do? We have to double the consonant. CC, consonant, consonant. Then add simple ER and EST. ER to make comparative form and EST to make superlative form. So look at it. Wig, big. Last one is G, and before G is I. So to make comparative or superlative form of this word big, we have to double the consonant. Double the consonant means double the last letter G. Then simply add ER to make comparative form and EST to make the superlative form. Big, bigger, biggest. Doubling the G. Okay? Dim, dimmer, dimmest. Doubling M. Fat, we doubled T and then added ER, becomes fatter. Doubled T, then added EST, it becomes fattest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Okay, here is rule number 5. By adding ER or EST to the positive degree when it ends in Y. Here you can look at it. In the last rule number 3, we discussed that if there is Y and there is a consonant before it, C for consonant, okay? When there is consonant before a Y, we have to change Y into I, then add ER or EST, okay? But here in these examples, what do we see? We find by at the last, but there is a word with A and another word with E. So it is not a vowel. Oh, sorry, it is not a consonant, it's a vowel. So we have to use simple ER or EST. We have not to change Y into I. Understand it? No I, please. Okay? And why not? Because there is a vowel before by. So gay, gayer, gayest, gray, grayer, grayest. Alright, dear students, I hope you are enjoying changing the forms of these words into their comparative and superlative ones. Here we have rule number 5. I think numbering has some mistake. It is rule number 6. Okay, let's look at it. What is this? It is what we have to do by placing more and most before positive form. To make comparative degree, we add more, and to make superlative degree or superlative form of the word, we add most. So it is used for the longer words, the words that have 2 or more than 2 syllables. Active, 2 syllable word, active. So we add more to make comparative form of it. It becomes more active, and we add most, so it becomes most active. Attractive, attractive, 3 syllable word. Attractive. So more attractive, most attractive. Beautiful, beautiful. More beautiful, most beautiful. Brilliant, more brilliant, most brilliant. Careful, more careful, most careful. Courageous, more courageous, most courageous. Cunning, more cunning, most cunning. Difficult, more difficult, most difficult. Famous, more famous, most famous. Faithful, more faithful, most faithful. Important, more important, most important. Proper, more proper, most proper. Popular, more popular, most popular. Splendid, more splendid, most splendid. Suitable, more suitable, most suitable. Alright, dear students. So this is what we have discussed here up to now. And there is the next slide. And it is something that is English is known for. There are many exceptions in English language. You all know, I think, about this thing of English language, that it has more exceptions than rules. So here in this particular slide, we are going to discuss these exceptional forms of positive, comparative and superlative degrees. So what is the exceptional thing here? It is no rule is followed, no ER, no EST, nothing like that. Okay? No ER, no EST. Okay? Nothing. A complete new word is used to make the comparative form, and another completely new word is used to make the superlative form of these adjectives or adverbs. Alright? So here is a word bad. What's the comparative degree? Worse and worst. When I was a student, I learned few things in the beginning, and when I had the word bad before me, and I had to change the degree, I said bad, better, baddest. Okay? So this was the baddest thing for me. That means it was the worst thing for me. All right. Later I learned that it is worst. It is not baddest. Okay, dear students. So be careful about it. And the next word is evil. Evil has the same comparative form like bad. It is worse, and the superlative form of evil is worst. It is like bad. And one more thing, the fourth word directly we should discuss, ill. It is again comparative, worse and worst, superlative. So three words have the same comparative and superlative forms. Alright, dear students. And the next one is good. Good, everybody knows, better and best. Okay? Yes. And there is one more word that is the same. It is well. It is better and best, the same comparative forms. Alright? Okay. Next one is far. The comparative form of it is farther. There is it is not simply ER. Okay? It is farthest, late, later, latest. Okay? It is following something like that. So it is used in sense of time. Okay? In sense of position, late, later, it's a spelling mistake. It is LATTER. LATTER. Later. Okay? In case of position, it is late, later, and last. Another word is little, then its comparative form is less, and superlative form is least. Much, more, most, and many is same like much, more, most. Okay? Near, nearer, nearest, and there is one more word that is considered as the superlative form of near. It is called next. Old, older, oldest, and old has other comparative form also. It is elder, and another superlative form is oldest and eldest. Okay, so these are the words that change their comparative and superlative forms. Okay, dear students, on the next slide we are going to have something for you, is test. All right, let's discuss it. I will tell you the answers, but before I tell the answer, I will give you 1 or 2 seconds. Okay. She is this, then her sister. Pretty, prettier, or prettiest. What do you think should be the answer? Yes, it is prettier. Why prettier? Do you remember? We have talked in the beginning that when we have to compare two things. When we have to compare two things. When there is comparison between two, she and her sister, we use comparative degree. All right. This is the comparative form. ER or EST is the ER is the comparative form and EST is the superlative form. So we have to use comparative for comparing between two nouns or pronouns. So she and her sister, there is comparison between two, so we have to use comparative form of it, and that is prettier. And one more thing that we should learn here, or we should keep in our mind, is that then this word is used after comparative degrees. Alright, dear students? Then THAN, remember it? It's AN. Many students when write a sentence using comparative degree, they write THEN, that I have seen many times. So THEN is used in different sense for time. When we have to compare two things, we have to use THAN, then. All right. So this is then. This word is used after comparative degrees. So we find it here as a clue that if there is than is used here in the sentence, then it has to be comparative degree. Alright, dear students? Okay, let's move to the next. Martha is a dash girl. Martha is a nice girl, Martha is a nicer girl, or Martha is a nicest girl. What do you think is the answer? Yes, it is nice. Martha is a nice girl. Why? We used nice. Why not nicer or nicest? Nicer is used for comparing two, and nicest means superlative degree is used for comparing more than two things or people. All right. Here Martha is alone. We are talking only about Martha. So we are going to use the positive form of the word, that is nice. Okay. Understand it? Nice is the answer here. Martha is a nice girl. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. It is Supriya is the dash girl in the class. Intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. What do you think? Yes, you're right. It's most intelligent. Why? Why the most intelligent? Because, yes, right. We are comparing Supriya to the whole class. We are comparing Supriya to the whole class. 30, 40, 50, 60 students can be in a class. So, Supriya is the most intelligent girl in the class. When we have to compare more than two people or things, we use superlative form of the adjective or the adverb, and here is the superlative form of intelligent is most intelligent. Okay. And one more thing that we can remember as a clue, that this word the is used before superlative degrees. We have earlier discussed in the video. All right? Okay. Let's move to the next slide. Martin speaks English. Martin speaks English well, better, and best. What? What do you think? Yes, you're right. Martin speaks English well. How? Why not better and best? You understand? We are talking only about Martin. Only Martin. There is no two, no three, or more than two people or persons here. Alright? So, we are talking only about Martin. So, we have to use positive form. That is well. Alright, dear students. Let's move to the next slide. Russia is the country in the world. Russia is the big or bigger or biggest. What do you think? Yes, the biggest. How? Because we are comparing Russia to all the countries of the world. Alright? So when there is comparison between more than two, we have to use superlative form of the word, and it is biggest. Okay, let's move to the next. China is a dash country. China is a big country. China is a bigger country or biggest country. What do you think? Yes, it is big country. Why? Because we are talking only about China. There is no comparison with any other country. Okay, let's move to the next slide. China is dash than India. Yes, you are right. It is bigger. China is bigger than India. Why, you know? Why we have used bigger? Because we are comparing the two countries. All right. Okay. Let's move. This is the book I have ever read. This is the interesting, this is the more interesting, this is the most interesting book. What we should be using here? Yes, we have to use most interesting. And why? Because I must have read many books. That's why I say that ever I read many books, but I find this book most interesting when I compare this book to other books. All right? Okay. So let's move next. I am dash than you, smart, smarter, smartest. Sorry to use it, but it is not my way to mean it. It is just an exercise. All right? All these students are smarter to their teachers. I admit it. Okay? I am dash than you. So remember, than, comparison between two, it is comparative degree, smarter. Okay. Thank you. Let's move to the next. Take the of the two routes. Short, shorter, shortest. What? What do you think? Here is confusion. The is used before superlative degrees generally, not always. And when there is comparison between two things or people, we use comparative degree, and the is used before superlative degree. So what should be the answer? What do you think? Of course, shorter. This is the answer. Why? Here is another rule that we discuss in articles. The word, this article, the is used for showing the choice between two before a comparative degree. When there is a comparative degree and we have to choose one of them, so use the before that comparative degree. So this is the rule of articles. So according to that rule of articles, we are using here shorter. Take the shorter of the two routes. All right? Okay, dear students, thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great learning time. Keep learning and enjoy your holidays also. Thank you. Jai Hind.